Hey you! Welcome to You Need a Bento. I'm Willow. Here we discuss all things bento related, from recipes to reviews, tips, and even some history. If you're interested, consider subscribing so you don't miss anything. You hungry? Let's make yakisoba. Today I'm going to start with a sauce, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and 2 tablespoons of ketchup. I'm just going to mix this all up. You can add more soy sauce if it's not quite salty enough for you, but since the Worcestershire sauce has quite a bit of salt in it, I don't think you're going to run into that problem. And this we're going to set aside. Next, we're going to prep our veggies. Today, I'm using onion and some carrot. You can use whatever vegetables work for you. Most vegetables will work really nicely. Now these vegetables, you want to go about in matchsticks. So now we've got our pan on, about medium heat. We're going to oil generously. Isn't this cute? My latest acquisition from AliExpress, little oil holder. Very cute and catches all the little drips. Now with our pan hot, I'm going to throw the veggies in just for a minute to get them started. And just let them hang out for a bit. Now some are going to want their vegetables done a little bit more than others. Some would prefer more of a high heat, and that's totally fine. You are going to be eating this, so you decide how you want to do. I'm just showing how I do. And that's about where I like to keep them. Now you want to make sure that your pan is hot and there's a good amount of oil underneath there, and your vegetables are also oiled because they're very high in starch and they will stick. I'm going to throw them in. I'm going to keep trying to move them around. Now here also a non-stick pan would be a good choice. I don't have one because of Parrot, so this is what I'm using. But you see there's very minimal sticking, especially if you use plenty of oil, and specifically making sure that your pan is hot before you throw your noodles in. Now, because I'm using cast iron, I usually turn my heat off then throw the sauce in, because my pan will not cool very quickly. However, if you're using anything other than cast iron, which doesn't hold as much heat, you may want to leave it on, because you do want a little bit of heat hitting this sauce so that it doesn't taste raw. Okay, and heat back on. And give it a nice good mix. You want that sugar to melt in. You want the Worcestershire sauce to mix up so that it doesn't taste kind of harsh. And as with anything, the amount of sauce that you decide to put on is up to you. The amount of vegetables that you want is up to you. You see the sauce getting nice and sticky there on the bottom? That's kind of what we're after. And that looks good to me. Off and out. And there you go. Garnish with some beni shoga and a little bit of nori, and you're good to go. Thanks so much for watching. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you next time.